uh, just gotta get some music, and we're all set. Oh god, there are so many screens. Let's get the correct screen. Etho said he'd make some music for Vooperia, so we'll see how that goes. Today we're going to do a relaxing Minecraft mix. Mixing it up a little bit. So let's look at what we've got. Let's see what we've got going on here for Vooperia. What's this? It's no longer squares. I know. This is kind of crazy. The game is no longer made of squares. It is now made out of polyhedra. So like, delete your channel. Yes, of course. Why wouldn't I do that? Anyways, we've got new shading, so you can see the edge shading on the water there. The water shaders are completely new. I completely redid those. Marching squares, Ren. These are marching squares. This is literally marching squares. This in fact is marching squares. Things make more sense, like you go under the tree instead of being on top of the tree, because it wouldn't make much sense. Stop it. You weren't even on the updated version. Get off of my server. Gav, I'm literally just going to delete you. This is going to probably hurt a little bit. Oh, that's me. Where are you? Swear to God. Where is he?
He's taken over.
I think he left. Damn it, I wanted to delete him. Okay, anyways. Let's look at the game itself and what we can do, because there's a few things that have been added that actually add gameplay ramifications, so we're gonna go over those really quickly. Let's punch down a tree first. Don't worry, it's not always gonna be punching down a tree. I just have to come up with a better progression. Right now things are a little bit rough. Another few things have changed. The beautiful numbers on the items are now just on them. Oh, look at that. That's a little bit of a issue. Yeah, the layering things is a little bit rip. Okay, so let's go ahead and wait for it to start getting dark. So a day and night cycle was added in the last thing, so we wait a little bit for that to hit. I can speed it up myself though. Getting shadows set up or something I was thinking about. I don't know if it's really necessary or if it's overkill. But as you can see, let's just make it a little bit later into the day. Which way does it even turn? Is that the way it turns? Yes, okay. So during the night, it gets pitch black, so you actually do have to take care of yourself. Unlike most games, you literally cannot see it all at night, so you don't want to get stuck in it. So we can go ahead and make a fire pit with 6 stones, and we can throw a fire pit over, I don't know, let's go over on the coast or something. Since it's getting dark, and then we can put wood into the fire pit. Anything flammable works, and then we can start the fire pit by hitting it with a stone. And as you can see, we have a fire. Now, one of the things, I wonder if that's broken. Because I don't think I don't think it should be going in that direction. I thought I fixed that before, but maybe it just didn't save. I can fix it again if that's an issue. Because I do believe there should be one global direction for all smoke to go in. Yeah, so see how they're going in different directions? That is not correct. So let's fix that. So all we have to do, that's going to be really damn simple. All we have to do is go to prefabs, go into our fire pit, And we'll go ahead into the smoke, open the editor, go over to the velocity over a lifetime. And we want this to be in world space. And we also want the direction it starts with to be in world space. Force over lifetime is also going to be world space. So I think that will do it. I think that's all we've got to do. Local space is not good when it comes to things like, whose game is this? This is my game. I'm making it. This is my magic. Okay, so let's see if this is any better. Obviously, when you turn your fire pit, the smoke shouldn't turn with it. That wouldn't make much sense at all. So, oh, there was a rock under that tree. Yummy layering. Okay, 3. Oh, look at that. I can actually make a pick. The particle effects are kind of dead from the breaking things. I'm going to switch it to a version that can work on... What's it called? Oh, something that can work on WebGL so that it looks good for everyone. I may actually do that right now. But let's see how this works first. Boop. Let's go ahead and make sure that the smoke should just go up and to the right. Come on. There we go. Yeah, that works better. Fantastic. Wait, this is still live? Well, it's only been like 1 minute. So you can see it's burning. It will burn out over time, and the brightness and stuff will change as it burns out. And if we turn the sun a little bit, you can see that when it's pitch black, so this is basically midnight we're going through now. If I go over here, we cannot see it all. So having a campfire is going to be a very, very essential thing, and running out of fuel, going blind is not good. Just not a good idea in the least. There's a few things that I was thinking of doing. Making torches might be useful. I'm not sure. You'll probably have to craft that out of something, because in real life you can't just set a stick on fire and use it as a torch. You have to actually put like oil or something on it. We'll see. How about a moon? There's no real need for a moon, my man. You're looking down at the ground during the entire game. How far does the smoke travel? So I actually did make it so that the smoke travels pretty far. It becomes transparent after a while, though. So someone could actually find your base from the smoke that your fire lets out. And that's something I wanted to do, because I felt like it should be like, you know, in real life you can find... Oh, you know what we have to do? We have to make lighting affect this smoke, because it should not be this bright. There's no light over here. So 1 second, let's go ahead and fix that as well. That's going to be the same thing that we did last time, basically. So we're going to go into my prefabs, into my fire pit. We're going to edit the smoke again. And we're going to go over to the renderer and make sure that it has, yeah, so it's sprites default. I made a sprites lit texture, which is much, oh. Huh. Does my sprite lit texture not support transparency? I don't think it does. Okay, so it looks like we're going to modify my beautiful, beautiful material here so that it can actually handle that. So let's see if I can do that. So we'll put this over here so that you guys can see it. I normally do this on another screen. And then what we'll do is we'll grab my smoke over here, and we're gonna set it to this sprite lit material, and you'll notice we don't actually have any color coming in, and we don't actually have... We don't have the alpha either, which I believe I can fix by taking in vertex colors, but I'm not... Oh, yeah, here we go, vertex color. Wow, they added that. That's nice. That's really damn helpful. And then if we just do a multiply here, I believe that's what it uses. So we can just do this, and then output this for the albedo instead. Let's see if that... Damn, that actually was it. Okay, neat. There's just gonna be one other problem, which is gonna be the alpha, and the alpha comes through here. So what we're gonna do is we're actually gonna split this as well, and we're gonna take this alpha channel and we're gonna multiply it by the other alpha channel, which means the smallest one will be the one that it takes, which is fine. That's how it should be. So we'll multiply those alpha channels by each other, and you can see the black, which is the part that's transparent, and we'll put that to the alpha channel. And then we'll save it, and hopefully now it's see-through. That's a little bit too see-through. Oh, geez. Okay, oh, it's because the alpha clip threshold is so low. Oh, damn. Okay, you know what? We're gonna undo everything we did here, because I don't want to screw up my sprites. I'm just gonna make a new material for this. Probably would have been a better idea to do that anyways. So let's go ahead and just undo everything I did here. Welcome to shader work. Shaders are fun when you don't screw them up horribly. Okay, so what we're gonna do is we're going to close this, and we're going to make a new shader. So we're gonna call this shader. And what did I use for that one? I think I just did a sprite lit graph. And then we're just gonna call it, did I? No, that's not what I did. Because I'm not working with these because they kind of suck. What did I use? I think I just used a normal material. That's kind of funny. Okay, how about we just keep an eye on this one to see how I did it? Because I'm pretty sure, yeah, the main text thing is the major thing you have to do. So what we're gonna do is we're just going to make another shader, and we're gonna make it just PBR, which may be a little bit overkill, but that's fine. And then we'll just name it smoke. So now we've got our two different things here, and we're going to make the alpha clip threshold here nothing. And then we're going to go ahead and add that main text so that it can pass in any texture, which is fine and dandy. I have no doubt that that'll work because I already have it working on the other thing. Then we're just going to put a texture sampler, have it pass through. That'll just go directly to the albedo. And then we're going to have to actually, I'm wrong. I lied, because we have to do the vertex colors for this one. So let's go ahead and multiply this by the vertex colors, and that should go out to albedo. And then we go ahead and we do a split as well, and we split this into alpha. Okay, so that should be close enough for me to be able to figure out. So let's go back to our smoke here and make a new material. We'll just call this smoke. And we will drag our new smoke shader onto that. And now we're gonna go ahead and put that onto this. So now this has the smoke shader. You're gonna notice that this doesn't look right. And no, it doesn't look right. There's a few issues here. So first off, we're going to multiply this alpha by the alpha on this. So let's see that. That should give us a little bit. Nope, because the alpha clip set that up. Okay, so can I do transparency here, or can I only clip it? Ooh, interesting. I have to figure that out. I know there's a way to change it. Really? Okay, I need to remember how to do this. Is there a different master for this? What are they called? They're master. Because I believe... Yeah, I don't think that should be too complicated. Shader, graph, PBR, transparency. Setting the PBR master surface. I'm pretty sure I have something wrong here. I believe there's some, like... I don't remember how to get into the properties of this. Oh, there we go. It was hiding. Ha! Would you look at that? There we go. So we got to switch this to transparent. That's our big issue. Look at that! Oh, that looks so good. So as you can see, it is actually adding transparency now. But it should be getting more transparent over here. So that makes me question if I have a mistake. I don't think the clip threshold... Oh, I guess it is getting pretty transparent over here. These are like pretty much gone. And over here, they're very gone. Okay, I guess that's good. I guess that's good enough. Let's go ahead and close that. And now when we do this, the smoke should respect light. So when it gets dark, the smoke shouldn't be super bright. Let's go ahead and cut down this tree. There's a lot of neat little tricks I had to do to make this game work properly. There's some things that annoy me, but nobody would notice except for me. So you know what? If I'm the only one who's gonna notice something, I figure I just might as well not worry too much about it, but I'll fix them eventually. There's a few cool things I want to do, though. Like cheaty things. There's a few effects I can do, not because it makes sense how to do it, but I have a few ideas. You'll see what I mean eventually. And there we go. Oh, first try. Nice. Okay, and let's see if the smoke actually respects the light. I can tell it is because it's kind of orangish. But if we go ahead and make it dark, look at that. The smoke is not like super visible. Which is good, because you shouldn't be able to see smoke when it's pitch black out. That seems like something that would be very hard to see when it's pitch black out. Okay, look at that. We've got some beautiful, beautiful campfire and we are unable to see far away from it. Oh, except for that. What is that? Hmm? Oh, whoops. That's a hole in the world. That's what that is. And I know exactly what causes that. Because I didn't... there we go. Damn, I hate it when there's just a hole in the world. There we go. Well, that's an easy way to find an issue. Okay, where are we? Oh, there's our fire. So yeah, you can kind of see around the fire. Is the gigantic item still a bug? That has to do with position syncing, and I can fix that very quickly. I just haven't yet. It's also something I haven't been able to replicate, but I know why. Okay, so we've got our beautiful, beautiful campfire, and we've got everything going on. But it's time to actually fix things or add things. So let's think of what a priority is. I actually want to try something. So I want to see if I had an idea to make shadows, which isn't like full on creating a 2D shadow renderer, but is kind of cheaty, and I want to see if it works. So if we were to go onto each of the sprites, now this would be a little bit whack. You can see I layer things a little bit here in the 3D. Don't need to worry about that. That's just me making things a little bit cleaner. So let's go ahead and add an empty game object inside of the player and add a mesh filter and a mesh renderer. And what I'm curious about is if we add a mesh filter for a cylinder, right? And we just give it like this. Curiosity killed the cat. But I am actually curious if this would work. You may be wondering what the heck I'm doing. And that's a normal reaction. Don't worry. So if I did this and made this cylinder absolutely invisible, so I can just literally make a new shader, PBR graph, I can just call it invisible, make a new material, call it invisible, put that on that, actually make it invisible. Watch this. And then we just make the alpha 0. And the alpha clip threshold 1. Oh, come on. Okay, let's put this on this actually. Oh. How do I put it onto this? Excuse me. Why can't I put this on here? Wait, what are you missing? You have a renderer. You have a mesh filter. Renderer. Huh. Why are you complaining? If I take it outside of the player, can I? Yes, I can. Okay, so that has the invisible object. And now if I put this inside of the player, there we go. Okay, so now we have this invisible object, but we can set it to cast shadows. And then if we get the sun and we turn it, the question is, can we get it to make it look like the player has a shadow? I'm just curious if this would work. It's kind of spoofing it, and it's kind of dumb, but would it work? Excuse me, where is my hand control? Wait, where is it? I have no clue where anything is. What the heck? Where did my... Okay. Just took it away because it's invisible, I guess? That's weird. It doesn't seem to be casting a shadow, so I'm curious if that's because it knows it's transparent. So it's like, oh, you can't do that. Oh, it is! There's the shadow. Really? How does it know? If I make this a transparent and then push the alpha up, but turn... How can we make it invisible but still work? That's the question. We want it to be invisible, but we want it to cast a shadow. This is a good question. I feel like they made it so that you can't do that on purpose. Because it doesn't make sense. Why would you do that? Okay. Now I just can't get it to be invisible anymore. Whoops. Could just make it a additive. Oh, that's weird. That's really weird. Look at that. It's like a hologram. That's neat. Okay, but we really have to figure out the more important things instead of me just messing around. Me still messing around says that. Okay, let's go back to the opaque. How do I make it invisible? I think I've just broken everything at this point. Because this was actually transparent before. Oh, there we go. So now we just set it to alpha. That's gonna work. No! What the heck? I just absolutely destroyed it. Huh. I'm really quite confused. I'm not gonna lie. You know what? Shadows aren't something that I should really be worried about anyways. Let's get out of here. This is a little bit too far. Oh. We've got bigger things to worry about, like testing and adding things. So for the most part, a lot of things have actually been added at this point. There are a few things that have not been added though, like 90% of the game, which is pretty important. I can still walk around and just enjoy what it has. I'm trying to think, what should I add next? I've added so many things at this point. And this terrain generation, making it not squares anymore, was a lot of work. There's some really big things I have to get done in the future. And I'm on the lookout to make sure there's no issues with the mesh generation, because I am absolutely terrified that something's going to go wrong with it. Add animals. Animals, I feel like, is going to be a very, very challenging... very challenging step. I mean, I could try, though. Like, it's gonna have to happen at some point, isn't it? You know what? We can try making an animal. I feel like it'll go horribly wrong, but you know, that's life. Let's see. The first thing I'd have to do is actually make a prefab for it, which means we're gonna have to hit Photoshop. My animal art is going to be the greatest animal art of all time. Do. Do a fox. I want to do something that you can, like, preferably eat. I think 256 by 250. What did I do the other ones at? I think that'll be enough, but yeah, that'll be fine. Okay, so let's go ahead and pull this up. Delete the background. I'm going to make a deer because that's a pretty good one for survival, you know? Wow. This is gonna be beautiful. I can just already see it. I can already see the beauty. This is gonna be great. Of course, we're gonna have Aaron make a proper, like, art, but temporary art is my art, and my art is always a little bit rough around the edges. AKA really quite bad. So we can go ahead and do stroke path. Boop. We did not want to use the pencil for that. We wanted to use the brush for that. Fantastic. Okay, very nice. Now we can go ahead and delete the path, and we can do the exact same thing with a circle. And go like this. Move it this way a little bit. There we go. Spike Viper Art School. Trust me, I am the greatest artist. Okay, wow. And then we can, like, do the rest in a minute. All we're gonna do is boop, get the color layers. Okay, here we go. Color. We're gonna add some brown. I am super artistic, and this is gonna be beautiful. Boop. Oh damn, wrong layer. Here's the right layer for that. It's beautiful. Look at that. Let me get, like, Bambi. Give it some, like, white dots. Very nice. And then on the head layer, we'll just give it some eyes. We'll add another layer. And we'll add some horn things. There we go. Look at that. Beautiful. That is a wonderful looking deer. Honestly, that could have gone far worse. That is honestly, like, next level artist. I don't think anyone in this room could do better. Hey, Aaron. What do you think of my deer? I like how confused she looked. She looked very concerned.
Honestly, I thought it was a dude laying on his back with a mustache, so...
It's a deer, Aaron.
Okay.
We'll even give it a little tail, so then it's more clear. There we go. There we go. It's a beautiful deer. I wonder if I should have made the head a little bit separate so that it could like turn its head. Yeah, probably. Actually, I think I can export it all. I think it maintains the layers, so we'll see what happens. So now we're actually going to put it into the desktop. Not dark MC. Game dev, Unity, Vooperia, assets, resources, textures. Okay, and we're just gonna name this deer. Very nice. Okay, so now it should be in here. It'll just appear in here somewhere. That's fine. Now let's go to the scene. Let's design a deer. We're gonna have to create a new game object. Actually, let's throw the player. No, the player's a terrible thing to use for this. We'll start with the tree. The trees are pretty generic. Oh god, there's no light. Okay, let's go into the game scene so that we can actually see what we're doing. Okay, let's go get our beautiful, absolutely wonderful, fantastic tree, and let's convert it into a deer. So if we go into the textures, I think I can actually, yeah, the deer, I believe you can break down into like separate parts. If not, we'll just manually do it. This shouldn't be too challenging. We'll just disable the head layers. Boop, boop. Oh, damn. Oh, damn. See, this is why you can't get lazy. You never know who's gonna see it. We should just keep the antlers. This should just be the deer. No head. Okay, anyways, take this off. Take this off. There we go. There's the body. We'll clean up a little bit too. I made a little bit outside of the line here. Okay. File. Save as. Deer body. Nice. And now we enable everything on the head and we disable the body. And then we do file, save as, deer head. Nice. Okay, now we're ready. So now we've got the deer body and the deer head. So we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna get our tree here. We're gonna rename it to deer. We're gonna remove all of its colliders because there's no way it's gonna line up. Oh, we also have to make it an original prefab. Fantastic. Okay. So now it's not going to complain about God, the scaling. It's because we're so far away. Okay, let's bring this to like 0, 0. Okay, that is, oh god, that's so much better. Okay. Whew. Okay, let's go ahead and save. So this is going to be replaced with entity deer. Don't really have to worry about that. It's going to need a lot of things that I've never factored into other things. So let's start. The base sprite on this is just going to be the deer body. So there we go. And let's compare this to the player, because we need to have. I was about to say that is a very large deer. Yeah, where's the deer at? There's the deer. Okay, that is actually pretty reasonably sized. That's not terrible. That could have been a lot worse. Okay, so just making sure it's not like awfully scaled. Let's go ahead and move this over here so that we have a little bit more space. And let's try to stick its head on it. We'll just create an empty object here. Actually, create 2D object sprite. I'll just call it deer head. Okay, and then for this, we can just grab the deer's head. Wow, it even put it in the right spot. We're gonna have to make the deer head a little bit higher up. And I also believe that we are going to have to heavily modify where it's anchored, because its current anchor point is going to be very unfortunate, because when its head rotates, it's going to rotate like this. Wait, why is it being so? I think I've got the wrong Oh, that's not as bad as I thought it would be. But yeah, that's pretty bad. We got to move that. How do you do that? I don't really remember how to move the anchor on something. I know there is certainly a way to do it because I've done it before. Oh, here we go. Toggle tool handle position. Pivot. Oh, whoops. How do I move the pivot point? I know there's a way to move the pivot. Oh, here it is. Come on. No, 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 no. How do I move that? Ugh. Unity, move, sprite, pivot. Oh, come on. Okay. Cool. There's a sprite editor now. Okay, window sprites 2D sprite editor. Oh, look at that. Neat. Okay, so this is the pivot. I think I can literally just move this to the center of its head. Nice. And now I can move its head so it's at a reasonable spot. Looks good to me. And now when it rotates... What? I literally just did all of that and it didn't do anything. Why? I literally did what you asked of me. Okay. Fine. Be like that. Okay. Pivot unit mode. Pixels. I really don't care. I just want you to put the pivot where I want it to be. Okay, what if I do this? Okay, that'll make it a lot easier for you. Happy? Are you happy? Yeah, but it doesn't even seem like it's applying it here. It seems like it literally just doesn't care. Like, I customized it and now it just it didn't do anything. Set it to multiple. Ugh. Be less complicated, damn it. Sprite editor pivot not working. I'm probably just doing something really dumb. Have we got this button set to center or pivot? You see, it didn't really change. Oh, wait, that's because I don't have the head. Yes! Oh, it's actually correct. Oh, fantastic. Look at that. Look at that. Beautiful. Oh god, no, don't, no. Oh god. Oh, now this will just, I don't know, that doesn't look terrible actually. That's not the worst. That's not the worst. I've done worse, certainly. Okay, great. So here's the deal. One of the really worrying things about this is going to be the way that the world spawns and saves them. I have no clue how I'm going to do that. That's going to be kind of like really wacky. Actually, I do have a clue how I'm going to do that. But that'll still be really wacky. I don't know. We'll figure it out. Anyways, let's go ahead and save everything we've done here. So we've got the deer is the correct material. This one is not, though. Let's make sure we fix that before we have. Do you see how much better it? Oh, part of his antler disappeared. That's unfortunate, but it did clean up all of this mess, all of this outline. So that's okay. I'll fix that in the future. Okay, look at that. Looking good, my dear. Get it? Because it's a deer. Now we have to actually program the damn thing and make it spawn in. That's not going to be easy at all. So what we're gonna do is let's start with the simple part. We're gonna create a C# script and we're gonna call it entity deer. Fantastic. Oh dear. We're going to have to go ahead and delete the deer. We have it as a prefab now, so we don't have to worry. We'll go back to the main menu, and I'll make sure to actually register it so that it exists. So we add an 8th entity, and we're going to make that. Where is it? I'm gonna make that our deer. Where is the deer? What? Where'd it go? Am I blind? Did I not save it? I could have sworn I saved it. No, I definitely saved it. Where did I save it to? Did I save it to items? No. No. There's no way. I totally created a prefab. I'm 100% sure that I created a prefab. ESD. ESD. Really? Am I that dumb? Oh my god, it's literally just a tree again. Whoops. Okay, I guess I didn't actually apply any of the changes I made. Oh dear. I'll do it again. Literally very little effort needs to be done. Sprite. Deer head. Set the main sprite to the deer. Body. Set the head to the deer head. Boop. Oh god, it's doing that thing again. I dislike that heavily. Okay. Put the deer head on the deer body. Boom. It's a little bit off, so I'm just gonna move it a little bit. Try to get it as centered as possible. Great. Okay. That'll actually do it. Oh, while we're at it, let's add the hitboxes. Kind of makes sense. So collider. Box collider. Yep, there's a great hitbox. It'll be very hard to hit the deer. Okay, we'll just go ahead and make it that. The tail will not count for damage. And we'll go ahead and add another collider. So this one will be for its head. Boom. Very good. Okay, so now the question is, am I capable of actually making this work in any way that isn't just terrible? I have no clue. Okay, another thing we have to do is let's make sure that this has entity deer on it so that I don't just completely forget about that. An entity deer, we're going to start programming it. And we're just going to make it go off of entity. Eventually, we'll make an entity living class that'll make it a lot easier to make things in the future. But since this is the first one, it's not really necessary. Let's do our basic overrides. Our basic overrides are going to be override get name, and then we're just going to return deer. That's not how you spell deer. Override get starting health, return. We'll give it a reasonable amount of health. Like, it's a deer, so we'll give it 40. That's double a player. Humans are more squishy than deer. Override. I think that's really all I need to worry about right now. I think everything else is going to be pretty creative. Okay, so entity is a mono behavior. So we do get a little bit of stuff we can do here. The first thing we're going to do is we're going to make it aware of where its head is. So public game object head objects. That's important. The deer should know where its head is. Oh dear. Okay, where is there's the head. And what we're gonna do is we're just going to drag that onto the head object spot. Great, and we're just gonna do something really simple. We're going to, do you have a weapon programmed? No, the entities already have health and damage programmed in. So since we're extending entity, just like the trees and stuff, it'll be able to take damage. So now we get creative. Void update. Will this game be on mobile? Yes, it'll be on pretty much everything under the sun. So what we're going to do is we're going to do head object dot set. Damn. So we're going to make a float, which is the current rotation. Yes, rotation. Float rotation, and then we'll just start that at 0 F. And then we'll do as time goes by, how can I make use of a time dot, I wonder if they have the sign time in here. No, they don't. So we'll do sign mathf dot sign time dot time, and we add that rotate to rotation because sign gives us a smooth curve and it'll go up and down. And then we do plus equals that. And then we do times time dot delta time. And then let's just see if we can do head object dot transform dot rotation equals quaternion dot dot Euler, and then we just do 0 0 rotation. Who knows? Who knows what that will do? Okay, so now we're gonna just cheat. Excuse me, why did no world spawn? Ah! What do you mean? Item with this key has already been added. I know what's wrong. Because this had... Yeah, okay, so we have to actually drag the deer in here. Great, okay. Is this the first game you've made? The first one that I've actually put this much effort into. Well, the first one that's this polished, I guess. There's another one I'm making, but it is a much larger project. Okay, hello deer. You've got a head. Why? Oh, there it goes. Do you see it? That's pretty subtle. That's pretty damn subtle. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna multiply it. Times 5f. I don't even know if this will... I know it'll try to recompile it, but that's never really worked very well. Oh, look at that. That actually is working well. See? Look, just kind of looking around. Honestly, I'd do it a little bit further even. So we want it to kind of look all the way. So let's do like 40. So now the deer is alive, or at least it looks kind of alive. Whoa. I feel like it shouldn't just constantly bob its head like that though, because that would be kind of weird. So we'll make it kind of happen randomly. So we will do a bool is bobbing head equals false. We'll make this into a coroutine. Public enumerator do head bob. And then we'll do start coroutine do head bob. And now we want it to do one full transition. So we want it to go down and back up again. So we'll do float movement equals 0. Then we'll do while movement is less than I don't know how many degrees that's gonna be. It's gonna be like 80 degrees. We'll call it 80. While the movement is less than 80 degrees. Float move equals this. And then rotation plus equals move. We'll do movement plus equals move as well, so that we know how far it's moved. And we yield return null. So it'll just wait for the next frame. And then we'll do if it's not bobbing its head, if random let's see, if random dot range, let's do a range between 0 and 10,000 is equals 3. I like doing 3. I like the number 3. So then there's always a random chance, if it's not currently bobbing its head, that it'll start bobbing its head. And we'll do, when this starts, we'll do is head bobbing or is bobbing head equals true. And when it's done, we'll do is bobbing head equals false. Boom. How did its head go backwards like that? Ooh. Damn. We're gonna add some more things, don't worry. One of them is gonna be that it looks at the player, because that makes sense that it would look at the... Okay. Negative 0.5. Oh. Is it just too unlikely to happen? Maybe I made it a little bit too unlikely, but I feel like it should have happened by now. Okay, well, let's turn it down a bit, I guess. I'll make it 10 times more likely. Huh. I have a feeling something is terribly wrong. Oh, there it goes. Okay, so now he's moving his head, but how long is he going to be moving his head for? It looks like way too long is the answer. We can check how far into the head bob cycle he is. Oh geez, where is the deer? There's the deer. Oh, did I not make these public variables? Well, that's gonna make it a little bit hard to figure out. Okay, so let's try to change this a little bit. So that we can actually see what's going on. Okay. Let's get our deer. Drag it in once again. Hello, my dear. Ah, you see, it's going down further than it's going up for some reason. But the number is never actually going to, why is it going down further than it's going up? That's really wacky. Huh. That's not really important, but it is never actually going to finish. It's because sine starts at 1. Wait, no. Yes. No. Yeah. I'm gonna try cosine instead. One of them is the one yeah, sine starts at 1, so it's heavily favoring that side. Okay, yeah. That makes more sense. So we'll use cosine instead. But that is going to... So really what we wanted to do is we wanted to go up. You know what we'll do? We'll make it always do one head bob, but we'll do a different size of head bob. So like size. So like it'll always be moving a little bit, but then occasionally it'll do like a big boy head bob. Because it doesn't look right if it's not moving, because we're trying to make it seem like it's alive. So it'll be between 0 degrees and 100 degrees, but we want it to always be on the smaller side. So we're gonna do math f dot square root, because square root makes the bigger values much less likely. And that'll give us a float, and that's fine. And then movement plus equals math f dot abs. I made a mistake there. Well, it's less than size. Bam. So this is gonna make it look a little bit, I don't know. I'm hoping that it doesn't make it too abrupt, but we will see what happens. Same name is serialized multiple times. Uh-oh. What's done multiple times? Oh, damn. Head rotation. There we go. That'll make it happier. I should probably just set up a testing scene to make this a lot simpler. Let's just go ahead and make a new scene in scenes, and we'll just make new scene, and we'll just call this testing, because then we can just always have a beautiful deer here ready. Where's the deer at? Oh my god. No. No, I did not lose the deer again. What on earth? Where'd it go? Wait, no. What? Oh, I put it in here. Okay. Put it in the wrong folder. Oh my god. I just got so scared. I hate it when I screw things up like that. Okay. Prevabs. Deer. Okay, so I see one problem. The material here is incorrect, but we can fix that rather easily by putting the spray lit on its head. Great. And then we can what am I trying to do? First off, I need to fix this here. Boop. Okay. But big idea is we need to get a light in here so that I can actually see. We'll just get a directional light, and we'll get it pointed straight at the deer. Boop. Let's just get that out of here so I don't have to worry about it. Let's move the camera so that I can actually see the deer. Or let's just move the deer so it's in front of the camera. 0, 0, 0. There we go. Very nice. And now we can just test. Hit play. Why did it disappear? What? Excuse me, you can't just disappear. Wait, why though? Is that something I have the entities do? Is that like on purpose? Awake, active equals false. What about start? Okay, I don't see why... I don't see why that would cause what it's causing. Is it the script that goes inactive? It looks like the entire thing gets set to not active. Okay, well, I'll just activate it. Cool. Okay, its head doesn't appear to be moving at all. So let's figure out why that is. So in the code, we got if it's not, well, let's check. Is it bobbing its head? No. No, it's not. But it's not trying to either. It looks like it's just broken. I'm confused. Okay, whatever. What if we just drag it in to the empty world? It's still not bobbing its head. Oh, I'm dumb. That's why. Because this should do start coroutine. Because it's a coroutine. Ah. There we go. There we go. So now, let's see. Well, this one is also just looking way further down than it is left. Really? Oh, so what we have to do is we have to start the head. We have to start the head as far left. Okay, I get it. So that's going to... So we want to start the head as far left as it'll go, and then we want to rotate it as far right as it'll go. So the furthest left that the deer should be able to move its head is probably like this. That seems pretty good to me. But I shouldn't have it programmed like that. That's bad code. So how are we gonna do this? So that's gonna add, and then it's gonna subtract, and then it's gonna add, and then it's gonna subtract. But not if we subtract 0.5. It may, very well may actually, but I'm just trying to think of something, something creative. Okay, hello, dear. Ah, very nice. Very good. Nope, I subtracted from the wrong part. Almost certainly. Okay. How do we start? Okay, we have to come up with a better way to do this. Hmm. Okay, so when it starts, how do I make it? So we need it to go left. I like using the sine curve though. That's the problem. It looks natural. Seems like a job for Perlin Noise. How would this be a job for Perlin Noise? I don't see why that would be applied to this issue. Let's see. So let's do a negative pass and then a positive pass. We'll do pass equals 0. And we'll do, well, pass is less than 3. Then we'll do if movement is greater than size pass plus plus, and then we'll do if pass equals 0, it'll subtract the move, else it will add the move, and then it'll go all the way back and forth. There we go. That'll do it. If you sing it, it will work. True story. Okay. Okay. What is happening here? Are you jittering like that? He's really jittering, and I'm not sure why. Oh, that should actually be while pass is less than 2, which may actually be why it's freaking out like that. You okay there? Nope. Nope, that is an unhappy. Oh, that's gonna be the same exact problem. Ah. Okay, whatever. While Oh, I actually have an idea. Honestly, I think I preferred just the little head bobs we had at the beginning. I think they are actually better. Let's just undo all of this trash and go back to like the little tiny head bobs. I actually thought this looked pretty good. No need to overcomplicate things. Okay, so now we've got our deer. Oh my god, it's still doing only in one direction. Are you kidding me? Ugh. I know how to do this though. So we'll do this times 20, and then we do rotation minus 10. That'll work. Where's my deer? There's my deer. Now you're gonna go. What? Wait a second, what? 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 I'm so confused. Okay. Well, at least I know that cosine is probably better to use here, but still, something is terribly wrong with my implementation. Yeah, because it just barely goes up. It doesn't even go up. But why? Your rotation goes down to 40, and then it goes all the way back up to -3. Honestly, I'm gonna do. If it works, do it. We're just gonna make it start at about 10 degrees out, and then we'll just do this to 10, whatever. Okay, I think that'll be fine. I mean, what could possibly go wrong? There we go. We've just got this kind of very calm. And so what we're going to do is this is going to run unless a player is nearby. So if a player is nearby, things will change. So here's our player. So we'll do some testing with this. Say the player's over here. The deer should look at the player. So, before we do the head bob, we have to look for the player. Oh, actually... Huh. That's an interesting idea. So we always want it to be moving a little bit. Okay, let's at least get it looking at the player to start. So we have to make it so that the deer actually has an area it can see in, and we're going to do that with a invisible circle collider. And we're going to make it a pretty big range that it can see in. We'll make it be able to see up to about here. And we're just going to set it to be a trigger. Nice. Great. So if the player goes within there, the deer will know. And we will have a public player focus. So we'll do on collider or on trigger stay, that's collider other, if other dot game object dot tag equals player. We'll actually make this a game object so it can focus on other things too. This dot focus equals other dot game object. And then we'll do if focus is not equal to null, and we'll do public void look at focus. So we need to turn its head. We'll do this the simple way first. We'll do head object dot transform dot rotate or dot look at. And then we can do focus dot transform vector 3 dot right. And I think that'll do it. So if the player moves, no, nothing. Let's see. Focus is none. See if it's even triggering its... Oh, shoot. It needs a rigid body, doesn't it? Yes. Yes, it does. That is not what was supposed to happen. Where's the gravity? 0. Okay. Well, that deer just fell. Just turn off simulated real quickly. Damn. Okay, so the circle collider here is a trigger. Huh. Why isn't that working? It may be because we have to restart it. So what we're going to do is we're just going to... how do I update the existing one? Oh dear. Okay, we're gonna delete the old one. Then we're gonna replace it with this one. Let's see what happens now. So let's put the deer in. It's gonna move its head. Let's put the player in. Player, move within the trigger area. Really? Nothing. Because I know for a fact that this is simulated. Here we go. Come on. Come on. I'm like all in your area. You should be annoyed. I like how its head just completely ignores the rest of it moving. That is such a meme. Oh, that's gonna have to be fixed. Oh well. Why? Why? You're simulated, you have a trigger. Why is it not being called? Or is that not tagged player? No, that certainly is tagged player. Very interesting. I want to see if it's actually being called. No, it's not. Oh, I'm dumb. I know why. It's on trigger 2D. Stay, or on trigger stay 2D. On trigger. There it is, yep. Ah. I've run into this problem before. Okay, we'll just switch these. Oh, what a meme. Oh, look at that. That is really odd. I have no clue what happened there. Wow, that threw a lot of errors all over the place. Okay, deer. Deer be here. And then let's go ahead and add a cube that'll be the player. Pretty object, cube. Great. Okay, now we tag this as player. And now we put a 2D collider on it so that it'll actually see it. Yeah. Hey, dear, there's a player nearby. super interesting, right? Excuse me. This should actually be annoying you. Really? Is it smart enough to know? Oh, no. Oh, wait, no, there it is. It's because it's not simulated right now, is it? There we go. Okay, so its head did something weird. So let's figure out what the heck happened to its head. Ah, it's like looking this way at it. And that is not what we want it to do. So, let's fix that. Okay, so transform dot rotate. I could swear there was a like rotate towards set look rotation. Maybe 2D look at. Wait, what? No. You can do that? What the heck? Since when could you do that? Okay. I guess. Vector 3 dot lerp between transform target position. I'm really... If this actually works, I had no clue that they added this. This would be so wacky. Why would that rotate it? Can I fix its head? Looks like we're gonna have to undo this. Okay, let's go into the deer clone and fix its issue, which is that the simulate is off by default. Let's go ahead and put the deer clone into here to start. Hopefully it doesn't kill itself, like it did last time. And let's add a sprite to be used as the player dummy. We'll use this arrow icon because why not? Nobody can tell me what to do. Okay, what are you at? 57. Okay, here we go. Great, they're on the same plane. should look at the arrow when the arrow gets close, because we're gonna tag it as a player. Okay, we're gonna save, hit play. Oh yeah, this is gonna be timed out delta time. I want it to be kind of fast, so we'll do ×5. Okay, let's see how this works. Why do you turn invisible? I legitimately do not understand why you do that. Like, where? Where do you choose to do that? It's got to be something in the entity that does set active. But where? Where do you do that? Why do you do that? I mean, it's in recycle, but death event shouldn't... Oh, damn, death event is called. You know why death event is called? Because the health is at 0 according to this. So we need to set it to like 40. Ah, that's dumb. Yeah, let's try that. What? Wait, that makes 0 sense now. What the heck? Why does it just instantly die? What is disabling it? I'm very annoyed. Hear my annoyance. Like, this has got to be being called somewhere. But I mean, there's nothing even running in the update loop. Is it because of mirror? And because there's no... I have honestly 0 clue. I guess we'll just drag it in each time. A little bit annoying, not gonna lie, but what can you do? Okay. Deer. There's now a deer. It's shaking its head. The arrow gets close. Bam! The arrow's right over here. What is the deer gonna do? Nothing, apparently. I mean, it just is not focusing on it. This is tagged as the player. Oh, this has literally no collider or anything. So how would it know that it's there? Box collider, there we go. And a rigid body 2D, which does not follow gravity. That's better. And now we go ahead and we put the deer in. And when this gets close... Oh wow, the entire deer is dead. So that's nice that that didn't work at all. I believe part of the issue is that I did not the head. Yeah, I was supposed to do head object. Dot transform. But I do not think that's going to fix it quite instantly. Okay, now only the head is freaking out horribly. Why is it so bad? Damn it, the internet said this would work. I'm gonna sue them. I will sue the internet. Really? Why is it doing that, though? It seems to be trying to look at it. Okay, how about we try... negative forward, or that equals negative this. Honestly, I have no clue at this point. We're just gonna mess around a little bit. Do 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 do. There's a deer, and it's gonna be a deer. Huh. Well, its head really is looking that way now. Like, that is pretty intense. So the question becomes, if that's looking, if that's the forward direction looking at it, why didn't the right direction work? Quite astounding how this makes no sense. May just have to use some trigonometry here. Yeah, it looks like it's trig time. Okay. Oh. Okay, we will steal this person's trigonometry because I cannot be bothered to write that myself. And we'll make it work for what we need. Do 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 do. So the difference is between the focus dot transform dot position and that, and normalize it, do the trig, and then focus dot transform dot rotation. We don't want to set it instantly though. We want to do equals quaternion dot lerp. I love lerping. Lerp. And then we do focus dot transform dot rotation. And then we do the actual thing we want it to be. And then we do time dot delta time to make it silk and smooth. Silky smooth. It's gonna be great. Okay, I have to leave you guys soon, unfortunately. I'll work more on the deer tomorrow. What? Oh, damn. I did the wrong object. No. The head. The head is supposed to move. What an absolute meme. And the difference here is actually minus head object dot transform. There we go. That's gonna be better. Okay, deer. Boom. Where did the deer even go? Is that the deer? Why can't I see? Oh, I'm backwards. Okay. Just gonna go around. Do. Oh wow, there's the deer. There's this arrow. Whoa, that's an arrow. That's a really cool arrow. Really would love to look at it, except I can't. Oh, he does actually turn his head like a really, really tiny amount. But not nearly enough. Just kind of jiggling. I just want you to look at how challenging is it? Ugh, I clearly made a mistake. Head object transfer rotation. Ah, that's why. Boop. Okay, that's gonna be better. Do. Okay, deer. Okay. That is kind of correct. I mean, we are off by a few degrees. 90 degrees exactly. So I believe that this minus 90, if we just make this minus 180, everything will be fine. Nope. Nope, we just make it minus nothing. Okay. Okay, so the deer is looking at this. Bring it over here. The deer is looking. Even if we go like back here, the deer is completely fine with breaking its neck. We will work on that. And then if this goes outside of range, the deer will just start bobbing its head again. Or it should. Oh. Because we have to do after this. We have to do focus equals null. Okay, and then what else can we do? You know what? I'm done for now. See you all next time. That's enough Vooperia work for today. Yeah.